All right, Kent State and Ball State. We've got Ball State 2.5-point home favorites in this game. The total sitting at looks like 46.5 here across the board. This one I definitely think I might bet Ball State as long as this stays below a field goal in this game. I mean, when you look at Kent State in this MAC conference, we know it's been a struggle for them this season, really outside of a couple of rare instances. But, they've just been a whipping boy for a lot of the teams this season. And not to mention the 0-4, the road record's been just beyond bad. That's, I think, what swings me toward leaning to Ball State here in this game. And Ball State's not a box of chocolates either right now when you look at it. They beat Ohio. I don't know how they did, but, they beat Ohio 20-14 outright as a 14.5-point dog. Then they turned around and they lost 42-0. So you talk about a team that such inconsistency in this Ball State team. Then they turn around and they whip Akron 42-28. And then last week against Northern Illinois, they lose 21-7 in that game. Actually, that was a couple weeks ago. They had a bye week last week, the Ball State side. So did Kent State. Both teams off a bye. Kent State with an outright upset against Bowling Green, 24-21. But again, that was at home. They crushed UMass, but again, that was at home. Kent State on the road, they lose 45-10 to Toledo. Now, Oklahoma, Florida State, Texas Tech, different kettle of fish, Power 4 teams, but this is not a team that's been competitive on the road. And you go back to last year, same thing with Kent State. They were just roadkill, really, throughout MAC play. Struggled all season on the road. So I kind of think this is a winnable game for Ball State. Kent State's just been so horrific on the road that I really do think it presents an advantage here for Ball State in this game. The matchups, when you look at it, again, these are two teams that don't do anything phenomenally on the offensive side of the football. But Kent State can't run. They can throw it a little bit more since they made the quarterback change. But Ball State does have a little bit of an advantage as far as the secondary is concerned. And then meanwhile, you flip it around to the Ball State offense here going into this game against Kent State. The Ball State offense, they have certainly had their share of issues as well. Make no mistake about it. But Ball State, does run the football a little bit. And the absolute worst part of the defense for Kent State is stopping the run. But Ball State's a little more effective running the football than throwing it. So that plays well into maybe a slight advantage for Ball State, that they are a little bit better running the football, and Kent State is definitely one of the worst teams in college football stopping the run. 204.9 rushing yards per game. That's 131st in the country, Kent State, as far as stopping the run's concerned. So this one, I have some interest in Ball State, at anything less than a field goal. C-Mac, what do you think? Kent State, Ball State.
Yeah, I see. This is a game I don't know if I'm going to bet. Obviously, Kent State, too. When I look at this game, off the big win, beating Bowling Green, and Ball State, I thought one of their worst performances. I was on them. Tell you about it. I watched the game. They were horrible.
By the way,
they scored go ahead.
Blowout loss is off a win for Kent. Like, bad teams off a win is usually a bet against for me personally.
Bingo. That's where it's Ball State.
And I fell into that trap with UAB, and I was worried about it the whole time. I said, UAB got that huge upset win. They rallied around their coach, and I said, but maybe they're going to catch fire. They didn't. They just got absolutely destroyed by UConn. So, again, bad team off a win there, and they couldn't keep it going.
Well, I think it's just, you'd have to do it. It's just a little more juice. I think you just go money line. Like, at 2.
Me too.
Maybe I want to. I mean, just to be safe, I think if this game is tight, that could be a couple points. But I think they will be able to run it. Kelly, he was horrible in that game against Northern Illinois. I still think this defense, they have the better defense here. Does Ball State. And they'll be able to run it. Kent State, some of their numbers are skewed. And they played some pretty good teams. I mean, did they put Florida State early? Who else was on here? Oklahoma, 44-0. I mean, those teams just drub them.
Yeah.
But this defense is awful. And Ball State at home, I think it's a really, really good bounce back spot where they beat teams plenty.
Ball State's 0-5. Look at the home road splits with these two teams. Ball State's 3-0 straight up at home, 0-5 on the road. Kent State's 3-1 at home, 0-4 on the road.
0-4. I know. I was just looking at that.
It feels like home field's the difference. So yeah, give me Ball State.
Yeah, I like it.
Money line I would take as well. Yeah. All right.
I kind of lean under, but MAC games are wacky. I mean, I'm going to look at this total a little bit more at the 46.5.
All right. Good stuff.